Okay.
Hello and welcome back to Reboot Robot Podcast number 10, big number 10. And
Big number
yeah,
10.
big number
Double
10.
digits.
Yeah, we just hit double digits in a way. So, and also, once again, I'm your host, Carlos Charlie Munguia, and I'm here with the Nostradamus of Gaming, Shinke Day. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing fine, dude. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Sun
I'd like to give a little
Sunday
bit,
fun day.
yeah, Sunday fun day. I was about to say that, little disclaimer, we usually do our podcast on Saturdays. Obviously, today's Sunday. And the thing is, I was too busy yesterday. So if we were going to podcast, it was going to be extremely late. We would probably be waking you up, be upset. What the hell is this notification? Then you see, our faces here talking about video games. So we said, you know what, just as a bit of respect, we just want to do it on Sunday in the afternoon, so we're not waking anybody up with any notifications, right? My guess.
Yeah, that's right. No, and we're talking late, like
Late.
3 in the morning, late type of.
Yeah, we're not talking about late like midnight. We're talking about like 3 in the morning late. So I mean, so that's we couldn't do that. So now we're doing it now. I mean, we're going to go back to our normal Saturday schedule and stuff. So that's just a little disclaimer there.
Yeah. Besides, it's not like we didn't have any content yesterday because we shared some Neo yesterday, so he. It's not
Yeah.
like you had enough time to miss us.
Oh yeah, we had some Neo gameplay yesterday. It's the Ninja Gaiden with Dark Souls game. Pretty awesome, actually. I can't wait to get back to it before they take it down.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I just installed it last night, so it should be good now. I'm gonna jump in it later on today.
And also, before we get started, I'd like to pay my condolences or respect to somebody we just lost in the collective world, in the geek world. I mean, this guy, his name is Glenn Webb. You've probably heard about him. He's a huge, huge toy collector. And before I started collecting, I used to look through YouTube videos to see, what's out there, how they do it, how fun it is. And he was one of the guys that came up. Him and other big time toy collectors like Shartimus and also Sean Long, and he came up there too. And this guy was pretty special because like I was telling you earlier, I mean this guy, if
Hmm.
I would put any questions in his comments, he would actually answer me. I mean these other big guys, I think they're either too busy or they're doing something else. I mean usually they don't answer you or or anything else or they're not much communication. But this guy will actually take his time to answer you almost any question that you put out there. So I mean, it felt like he was really, the one that was there that acknowledged you, and he was such a cool guy. If you see his videos, man, he's like a heartfelt guy. I mean, there's not a mean bone in his body type of dude, So my condolences, and yeah, so that really was felt through the world of collecting or collectors. So I just like to, give that out there.
Yes, I saw. I didn't watch his videos, but I saw his. I saw the news on Facebook, breakup on Facebook, and it was um, it was sad, but at the same time, it was cool that everyone was like uh, like talking about it and just sending
Yeah,
messages to the family and all that.
a lot of support, man. There was a lot of support, and he was just making his 10,000 subscriber mark. He was just only a few followers away, man, like a shy few away, and
Hmm.
a lot of people just started following now, and he just broke his 10,000 limit for his subscriber thing. So that's pretty cool too, man. A lot of support is being shown, so that's like wow. That, it just goes to show that there is a community out there who listens, who cares, and who really supports you. So that's like wow, that actually makes me want to push forward too as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Well, so our respects to the family of
Yeah,
Web
our
Glen,
condolences definitely
Web,
are.
and and let's hope they can pull through this difficult day. I mean, difficult time.
Yes,
Um, and yeah, well, thank you for to all the community for showing respect and being there for the family and all that.
exactly. Yeah, thanks for everybody for the support that I see out there. So cool. So on that note, let's carry on
Right.
to what we have here, right? Let's see what we have on the list here, right?
Okay.
Let's
All
see.
right. So, do we have news this week? Actually, we do have
Yeah,
news.
actually, we've put news earlier this week about the PS4 Slim that came out that leaked out in the pictures. Actually, thanks to your link, I was taking a look at it and it looks pretty legit, man. It looks
Yeah. It's not only legit. It's not only, it does not only looks legit. Like people already has have it.
Yeah.
Actually, somebody even the guys from Digital Foundry they managed to contact one of the guys who got one of the units, and
Right.
they actually went to the guy's house and they played with the console a little bit and all that. But because Sony's been taking down videos hard
Oh,
on the
hardcore. I bet they
subject,
are, man. Those guys are like mafia when it comes to leakages.
yeah, yeah. So they haven't put anything because they don't want to get in trouble, being a big channel and all that.
And
So
also, you do see the pictures on the screen, right?
yeah, yeah. I'm seeing these pictures right
It's just that we've been having such technical difficulties on every stage of what we do.
now.
We just like to double check. We like to give out some, some quality work. So I'm thinking about changing the channel to just technical difficulties, dude, instead of legal. But
Trouble.
anyway, sorry.
We should do an IT channel.
Sorry, man. Yeah. And as you can see in these pics, like you said, they look totally legit. Somebody already seen them in its true form. And well, to be honest, I mean, did it really need like a slim change on that? I mean, it
Uh,
looks good enough, dude. I mean, does it really need to be any smaller? I mean, I would not go and buy this just to have a slim, in other words.
yeah, I don't think it's I don't think it was needed, but we'll see it like throughout all console generations that
Yeah, we do.
they actually like to do this. They like to put up cheaper. They're cheaper. Like we're not deceiving anyone here. Like cheaper, more easy to produce, to mass produce consoles. Uh, right about halfway through the console generation, so it's not like unheard of. Now, is there a need for it? I don't think so because the PlayStation 4 is still on high demand. But the thing is, I mean, I think it's just part of the it's just part of the whole how consoles are sold and how generations go.
Yeah,
So
like you said, it happens to every single console that's out there. I mean, it's just that they just want a slim build. Probably it's cheaper, and if you haven't got the chance to, to be in this next generation, I guess it's the perfect time to get a slim. And also, there should be a price
mhm.
markdown, obviously, right? Like in every other slim that's been sold.
Yes, I think according to the leakage, it says that it is around $300. That's around the price.
$300. Okay.
Yeah, that's about the price. So yeah, so we'll see a couple probably a price drop. Although something that they have not nobody has been able to confirm is
Right.
if the console has a new it has a 4K player like the Xbox One's S.
A 4K player. You
And
know what? It should. If it wants to keep up in the competition, it actually really should. That wouldn't be a
yeah,
bad idea.
yeah, I actually agree. And also it has a new controller too.
Oh, really? What do you mean new control? Like a new layout or a new template or what?
No, it is a revised version of the model. It looks a little bit different. It looks a little bit bigger.
Really?
Um, the handles actually look more like the handles from the X1, the X1 controller, and also it has two light bars now.
Two light bars.
Yes, it has one like the normal one, and it's shaped a little bit different,
Yeah.
and it has another one where the touchpad is
Right.
just right above it. It has another one as it's thinner. It is like a thinner light bar.
I want to
For
see that.
what? It should be there. I there are no videos, so and I wouldn't recommend you to get a video because we don't want another takedown.
Yeah, we don't have a strike, but I like to see it somewhere online. I don't want to
Yeah, but
be.
it is there. It is there. I'm probably gonna put some. Actually, I think I did put a video or a picture on the on our Facebook page.
Oh, nice. I'll take a
If
look
not,
at that.
if not, I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
But yes,
That's
I already I think I already shared that before.
cool. Then well, I'll take a look at that and see what the major differences are, and we'll look forward onto the PlayStation meeting that's coming next month. Let's see what they say. and we're probably looking at two different types of new consoles: the
Yes.
PS4K and the PS4 Slim. So at least there's options to choose from, but I mean,
Mhm.
I'm going for the 4K obviously. So let's see how that goes. We'll definitely bring some more news and pics on that once they arrive. So that's pretty cool.
Yes, and I don't want to speculate. And I don't want to speculate now. I just want to wait until probably a few days before, or until the day of the reveal itself. Keep in mind that the reveal is actually not even that far away. It's actually just a week away.
Yeah, just a
Because
week away.
yeah, the month is already over. So
Awesome.
so the reveal will be next on the 7th, which is next Tuesday, I think, or next Thursday.
I'm definitely waiting for that, man. I'm going to be at work, but I mean, I'm going to be on YouTube at work or on the actual Sony website trying to check that out. Let's see what's new, get the latest stuff, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and let's see if we can have some commentary or something.
Yeah, dude, that'd be
Um,
awesome. Definitely. We'll probably do a podcast on that same day just to bring everything out
yeah,
fresh. And also, I think, well, here's a news update.
what?
I think someone big just passed away right now, actually.
Oh yeah, I heard that, but
Yeah,
that's
it's not has to do with gaming, but I mean, he's definitely big in the Latin American culture of music. So that's what you're talking about.
yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Juan Gabriel, dude, that's
Yeah, well,
I think
sorry
a lot of
for the people. It's funny because, well, I don't want to see I don't want to say that it's funny when somebody dies, but some people were like just bought tickets to one of his concerts, or one of the he was gonna play soon, like here in the city. But
yeah.
yeah, he passed away. Some people are complaining about that.
Oh,
People,
what can they
people
do?
are,
There's nothing you can do about that, dude. I mean, he passed away.
yeah,
The guy was a legend, dude. He was one of those pioneers of music and stuff in the Latin American world of music, right? Or culture.
yeah. It is a big deal on when it comes to Mexican music and all that. Not particularly my taste, actually, quite the
Yeah,
opposite.
I know. They
But
just posted that to me. I mean, sorry about that. We're steering afar from that. So, yeah,
this is a year. This is the year of people of famous people dying, man.
passing away. Yeah, dude. That's just
Yeah.
wow. Just legends, man, that are not even here anymore. Just one after another. I mean, I don't know. I mean, just I don't know what to say about that. Literally, I really don't know what to say about that.
Yes, I don't know. It's just odd. It's just pretty morbid.
Yeah,
Um,
but
yeah, it's
yeah,
been
sorry for the distraction. I just the post just came out on my phone. But okay, so
we digress enormously, but yeah. All right, let's go into friendlier things.
yes, gaming.
Okay, so yeah, so back to the PlayStation 4. So yeah, so the PlayStation 4 will be revealed. The Neo most likely will be revealed next week.
Next week, yes, and we'll definitely we should do a podcast that day just to bring out everything fresh as I was saying. So you'll definitely be seeing us soon then. More,
Yeah,
if you guys don't mind. So
yeah,
pretty cool.
and yeah, and also another rumor,
Yeah,
another thing that might be shown on that same event. I heard I've seen rumors of a second handheld, or like a new model of the Vita being revealed,
really.
which is odd because the Vita is pretty much dead. But
Oh,
yes, I saw
I love my Vita to death, man. I mean, sad to say, but yeah, that's what you're saying.
yeah, yeah, no, and it's a pretty awesome console. No, don't take me wrong. Actually, I love my Vita,
Mhm.
and people who own one, they actually like it a lot. But
Man, I love
um,
that console,
but honestly, it came out during a time where uh,
man.
handheld consoles were pretty much dead because of phones and
That was
mobile
all.
devices.
Yeah, those things were taking over. Candy Crush buried it. I mean, those games that I don't play. I don't take no interest in those. But yeah, you're right. I mean, just that was an explosion of mobile games that came out, dude, around that era, around that time. Like, but yeah, that's just
Yes, and the thing is, even though mobile devices are not as good, I mean, we all know that games on mobile devices suck. So um, and pretty much if you admit that you play games on a mobile device on a phone, you're pretty much admitting that you're an idiot. But
I'm not go that far, man. I don't wanna get no down rights on this, man. I mean,
yeah, I don't like mobile gaming.
yeah,
Anyways,
you like mobile games, but
uh,
whatever you play, I mean, it's pretty
one
much
one thing,
is
one thing is I don't know. It doesn't have like the same kind of connotations to be playing on your phone than playing on a mobile device. I mean, playing on a handheld.
yeah,
So the only console that has been successful so far is the 3DS, but that's because well, Nintendo's been always big when it comes to mobile to handhelds.
right.
But but yeah, man, it's just not the time. It wasn't the right time to come up with a mobile device. So I also kind of I'm not skeptical about this. I'm just thinking if they don't do something really crazy and like something that will appeal completely or like rock the mobile market, uh, pretty much just wasted money, dude. Because the console handheld market is pretty much dead.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be sad if they just came out with the Sony phone that just could do games. I mean, didn't they do that before? Remember that when it came out the Sony phone and it was more headed towards mobile gaming? What if they pull out something like that, dude? You know what I'm
hmm
saying?
Yeah, yeah, probably that they're gonna do something like that. I
That's
just
that. That's what I predict. They don't come out with the Sony phone with a bigger screen. You could probably attach a controller to it, or they've done this before. But I mean,
mhm.
what would they do? I mean, it's just that handheld games are like a risk now. Coming out with a handheld console game, dude. They just don't. I've seen they've been coming out. Like remember the Shield or the Razor? I don't know what those things are. I mean, they haven't been selling much, man. I don't
Well,
think.
something that probably um I don't know, but it's probably not even like that. It's not like a new console altogether. Probably
Right.
it might just be like a revised Vita.
I hope so.
Hopefully without the proprietary memory cards. That's actually, to be honest, I think that's what killed the console.
Yeah.
And I'm not the only one saying that. This pretty much everyone who's talked about the matter and who knows is that's what they say. There was a time where a 32 gig card was just as expensive as the console itself.
Oh man, I remember those cards, dude. They were extremely expensive. People were talking bad about that. There was a type of backlash on that because I mean the
hmm
console alone doesn't come with any space, obviously. Then you need to buy the memory card, which was
Yeah,
man,
I remember when I bought mine, I wasn't actually prepared,
yeah,
and it was very upsetting that I couldn't play the console for like 2 days until because I didn't buy a memory card right away.
right.
So I had to like wait to buy one, and I couldn't play my games, and I was like freaking pissed. I was
Oh
freaking pissed. So yes, I most likely it'll be something of the sorts. I
yeah,
don't think Sony will be dumb enough to bet on such a risky market because
yeah.
there is not even incentive. It's not like, oh, the Vita's doing great, whatever. It's just like, dude, we're not even making games for this console anymore. So
I'm buying up all
why bother?
I'm buying up all the used games because I mean people still play with old handhelds. People still play with the old Game Boys and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just
hmm
that there's so many games on the PS Vita that I'm willing to play, and I know I'm not gonna how you say I'm not gonna get tired of it. There's just a lot of
hmm
games, a lot of categories. I'm just gonna buy them all. They're all cheap now. I mean, they're all cheap. They're all used. So I'm just gonna collect some PS Vita games and just
hmm
play them. I know I won't get tired of it.
and then there are a few games coming up exclusive. There is a lot of games still coming up, mostly like indie games and games that you can get on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
But
digitally.
there are still a few games that are coming up.
And also,
So
you can use a remote play. You know that Deus Ex actually supports a remote play on the Vita, right?
Yes, the Human Revolution does support it too for the
Hey,
PS3.
you see, so I mean,
The
it still has its uses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's not like a wasted console, whatever. It's just sad that not many people has actually. Um, I mean that it kind of fell. Um, but well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Just so you know, because you might think it's just a baseless rumor. Actually, this was leaked from a guy on NeoGAF
Right.
who has a reputation of leaking this type of information. He's a guy. He works on Foxconn supposedly,
Oh, really?
and he's the one who leaked who first leaked about the Neo, and also leaked about the Xbox S. I mean the
Oh,
Xbox One S, and also the Scorpio.
reliable
So
source then, huh?
yeah, so it does have some validity.
Right to
The
it.
rumors
All
have
right.
some validity.
Cool. Then from that, then we'll just take its word and let time tell. Let's see what's up.
Yeah, we'll know in just and we'll know in about a week and a half. So
Yeah. So I mean,
it's
we're
not too far off.
gonna be here before you know it. So we'll just lay it on that.
Yeah.
And also, on further news, has anybody been playing Titanfall 2? The second, the second alpha beta testing that came out?
Well, I played it last week. I haven't had the chance to play it now because I've been playing to play. Actually,
Hmm.
I'm gonna talk about one of those games.
Right.
And, but no, I haven't. I didn't play this week, but I heard they actually have a new map, right?
Yeah, dude, they have a new map. I actually played it, and it's pretty good, man. I'm actually enjoying it.
Are you playing it on Xbox or in PlayStation?
I'm playing on Xbox One actually.
Okay. Okay, I recommend you to get it on PS4 just so you can see the difference. Um,
Yeah, and
we should actually jump later on once you're done doing your groceries or something.
I'm done doing adult things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
and the thing
can.
is, the video that we're showing is pretty much from El Duago Dataran, I think is I can't pronounce his last name, but he's a student of mine, and he
Mhm.
actually he, sent us this video, and he's a big fan of this game. So I mean, I just want to play it out there in the air, but as you can see, he's very dedicated. He plays 24/7. He's like a highly trained assassin. And you watch this video, but other than that, it's a fun game, dude. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. There was a lot of negative feedback. I mean, did you hear about the backlash?
Yeah, I heard about the negative feedback, and I kind of agree, and at the same time, I don't, to be honest.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know. We live on times where people just get pissed about the most minuscule thing.
Oh, always, man, always. And
But
also,
yes,
I heard that they did make like a few good changes though. I mean, obviously you haven't played it yet, so you haven't noticed the changes at all. But I noticed that one of the biggest gripes that they had about this was pretty much the mobility of the Titan and also the actual pilot. Did
hmm
you ever notice that on the first one?
yes.
Yeah, dude. The thing is, I heard that even the evasive meter like did not recharge as well, so you're pretty much like a sitting duck. A lot of people have been complaining about that. So I mean, I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, one thing that I didn't like when I played last week
Hmm.
is, for example, on the original game, on the first game, your Titan bar fills up automatically on a timer, but here
Right.
it doesn't. I mean, at least last week it didn't. I think they did fix that, but last week it feel only if you gain points like shooting grunts. I mean, not even grunts, just by completing objectives or whatnot.
Very
And
true. Actually, yeah, that's very true.
actually I wasn't much of a fan of that, to be honest.
Yeah, because that was also, you're right, a big gripe. Good thing that you noticed that. But now the meter actually recharges by itself. So I mean, it recharges slowly. But
Yeah.
you're right. On the first one, you had to kill things or do special objectives to even get that meter up and going. And since I played it last night, I played a few rounds and I got first place on the first round of what's it called, bounty, the bounty hunt.
Uh-huh.
And I guess that's due to these tweaks because, like you said, I mean, the Titans come more so often, kind of changing the balance of the game, kind of changing the tables of the game. So I mean, I liked it. I mean, it's
Eh,
these minor changes can be a big table changer depending on how you play. So yeah, I liked it.
Yes, and honestly, that was my biggest gripe last week when I play. That you can use the Titan as much as on the other games. So the game wasn't Titanfall, was more like Pilotfall.
Mhm.
Um,
Pilot
there
ball.
there are some other balance things that I wish they look into. For example, the the how you call the hook,
Oh, the grappling
whatever
hook.
that.
Grappling,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that thing is just too overpowered.
It is,
Um,
dude. But I mean, you gotta, like they say, dude. Either if you can't join them, beat them type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just that. Hold on, let me stop the screen sharing thing. All right, I was going to the matrix with that screen sharing thing, as you can see. Inception. But yeah, that grappling hook. I mean, a lot of people use that. It's very maneuverable. I mean, but if they use it, I do the same thing. People are just grappling all over the place. But I mean, eventually you get to beat them in their own game. I mean, that's how I did it. So I mean, it's pretty cool. But you're right though, it is overpowered. If you're like in some other class, it just be
mhm.
zipping around you like a Spider-Man throughout the whole damn level, dude. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So just making the other abilities more enticing or whatnot, or
yeah,
or put like if they put like a short, I wouldn't say like a big cooldown, just a short cooldown on that ability,
right.
to make it so they don't
Well, there's actually a
they
cooldown
don't
on this.
spam it.
On this next one, there is a cooldown. If you use it more
Mm.
than if you use it consecutively, like twice, it cools down a lot. You need to wait at least like 5 to 10 seconds, dude. So there is a cooldown on it.
Oh, okay.
So that
Because
that
one
definitely.
because one other thing that I didn't like is the fact that you can actually um, like kill other pilots with it. I think
Mhm.
that's just like no, like it shouldn't be used offensively.
Well, what it
So
does is that it pulls you into other pilots now. It kind of
mhm.
pulls you in, but it doesn't really.
Okay,
Yeah, it doesn't really kill them. It makes it closes the
the
gap
game,
between you and the enemy. That's pretty much it now. So I
but
mean,
it's not an insta kill like
no,
how it used to be, right?
no, it shouldn't be an instant kill. Pretty much,
Okay.
you can melee them when the right time you can melee them. I think so. I mean, because I used it once and I didn't melee anybody, it just closed the gap between me and,
Hmm.
and the other enemy. So not that I've seen.
Yeah, that's one thing that I didn't like on at least on the previous version, and it's actually interesting that they patch it up so easily and they made these changes like in just 1 week.
And some other developers, it takes like months or weeks to patch these things, man. But these
That's
guys are on the ball, I guess, dude. I mean,
yeah,
Respawn's doing their thing, man. I mean, they really took care of the players, backlash or their constructive criticism, let's say. They really
from
took it
from
into consideration and really, worked their asses off, I guess, man. Definitely.
yeah, yeah, and honestly, one thing is like EA is a company that gets a lot of flack from
Yeah.
um, from everyone. But if you notice, like, at least the last couple years, they've been actually um, they've been taking a lot of feedback from the community.
Yeah,
Like
they have.
yeah, that's one of the proofs of that is Titanfall. Like that the fact that it's going to be released on PS4 and that they're like so close to the fan base and just kind of helping Respawn to get a game done and all that. So that talks actually really good about
Yeah,
like how like
they're
what P
dedicated to that.
yeah like how EA is engaging with their customers.
Yeah, dude. I
So
definitely agree with that. I mean, it's good customer service, good quality. Let's say that's good
uh
quality,
good PR, good
good
PR.
PR, good
The,
PR,
the,
good quality, good
uh,
PR.
we're just used to hate them, but I mean there is no company that actually it's not a good business for a company to piss off their fan bases and to piss off their customers.
Of course not. What kind of
Um,
business is that? Why you want to piss off your customers? The customers are what made you, right? Or what made whatever you're investing in, whatever you're selling.
yeah, exactly what pays the bills. So
Pays the bills. Yeah, man. So definitely agree with that.
yeah,
Cool, man.
it's just as I don't know, just people, especially nowadays, people like to complain about everything, and people think that they should be um, not pay for things and just get games for free. But
Yeah,
that's
nah,
a topic for that's a rant for another day, not today.
that's a wrap for another day. So, speaking of games, not free games, but let's talk about the game that came out just recently. A game that we've been waiting for. A game that we talked about, I think, on our last podcast. It's a game that we pretty much praise and cherish. You know
hmm
which one that one is, right?
Um,
Good old
you're
Dose.
talking, yeah, you're talking about those Ex, yeah.
Yeah, Deus Ex. I've been playing the hell out of that game. I know. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I stayed up late yesterday too. I mean, that's why I'm drinking out of this Hulk's head. It has coffee, gamma radiated coffee. That's what I'm drinking right now. So, but I was
All
playing that
right,
game all night, man. And I've. What do you think about it, man? What do you think about that game?
I'm actually playing right now
You're playing it
as
right
we
now.
speak.
You
So,
know you're not dedicated enough. You're playing it right now while we're doing the podcast. So,
all right, so I like it. I
you
do
like
like
it?
it a lot. I do like it a lot so far. I'm not like I haven't played that much to probably give you like a review type of thing. I'm
Right.
probably I don't know, but if my if I guess correctly, probably halfway through the game.
Really?
Uh, but the thing is, uh, as I mentioned, as I have mentioned before,
Right.
I'm a big fan of Deus Ex. I'm a
Yes.
big
Yes.
fan. The original game is, as I've said many times in the past, is one of my top five games ever. Um, so I'm pretty fan. I'm also a big fan of the previous one, Human
Human
Revolution.
Revolution, man. That's the one that how do you say it rose? Well, I don't want to say raised the bar from the original PC counterpart because it's
Oh
such a
no, I
different
didn't.
it's a different game, dude. Overall, it's a different game.
Actually, to be honest, there's only one. I can only think about three games. Yeah, three games that are better than Deus Ex, the original one. So yeah, just honestly trying to compare Human Revolution or Mankind Divided against it is unfair. Is again one of the game's best ever, the best game ever. This is it is good. I had some gripes with Human Revolution back then, and when I was playing it last week,
Right?
I also had a couple gripes. I had a few gripes with it. Um, for example, in PlayStation 3, I don't know on Xbox, but in PlayStation 3, um, the control scheme sucks. It
Oh,
sucks
really?
a
On
lot.
PlayStation 3?
Yeah, because you don't shoot with them. You don't shoot with the triggers. You actually shoot with the bumpers, and I
Yeah, with
hate
the
that.
bumpers.
I hate that. There's people who swear by shooting with the bumpers. They
Like
say that
bumper
accuracy
shooting.
is better. Whatever. It's complete bullshit.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
know why
some
they say
guys who
that.
are addicted to bumper shooting instead of the actual face buttons, right?
Yeah, that's stupid. I don't even know why they say that. That's complete bullshit. Anyways, I hate that's something you know. There are games that I haven't played that I didn't even buy because you shoot with the bumpers. But anyways,
Yeah,
that's one of the things I didn't like the control scheme. The shooting overall, it feels very floaty. It doesn't shoot. It doesn't feel meaty and beefy. So combat is not like the first thing that you look into, and I normally in this type of games, stealth games, I'm pretty violent. I like shooting and headshots and all that. So they revamped the whole combat system,
yeah, they did.
and
I noticed that, man. I mean, I played Human Revolution a lot. I mean, I tried to get 100%. I tried to platinum
mhm.
that game, which I didn't. There's a few things that kind of how do you say it was very annoying that I didn't. Some trophies that I don't want to get.
Did you
But
get the basketball trophy?
yeah, I did get the basketball
Okay,
trophy, the one where
okay,
it's like in the back alleys in that court, the basketball court. Yeah,
yeah.
I got that one accidentally, dude, for some reason. But anyways, but yeah, I mean, I played that game so much that thought that the buttons were going to be the same on this one or the same control scheme. But I like the fact that before you play the game, it tells you if you want it old school or new school. Have you noticed that? If you wanted Deus Ex Mankind Divided, or if you wanted it as a Human Revolution. So I mean, that's kind of cool how it kind of catered to whoever, whatever your control scheme you're used to playing. So I don't know if you noticed that.
Yes, exactly. Actually, it has some interesting control schemes. It has like and the one that I'm using is just like regular shooter or similar to other shooters,
Hmm.
but it has one that is just the same as Human Revolution, and others that are more like stealth oriented or whatnot.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's that was a good sign when I saw that at the beginning that they took that feedback, because the fact that especially nowadays offering a game without bottom mapping is stupid. That's something that I also said in the past. I
Hmm.
don't think it should be um, that should happen. Anyways, uh, the control scheme is not as free. You cannot just map every button to whatever you want.
Right.
But it's really cool. I like the schemes they have. I like the schemes available. Um, yes, it now offers like regular shooting, and the combat feels more meaty, and it depends a lot of your skill now. It's not like RNG based as it was before.
Right. Right.
So that's one of the gripes that the game that I had with Human Revolution they fixed.
Uh huh.
Um, and that's pretty much all I had. Honestly, to me, Human Revolution, even though it's not as good as the original game, um, I didn't have any gripes with that game. This was just that to me. It was almost a perfect game. Uh, One of the things probably um, that many people pointed out, and also I kind of don't like, or they could have improved, is the animations. They are very stiff from Human Revolution.
I noticed that there. You know what? That was one of the things I had on my list. It's just that even the voice acting, the way it's synced with the actual when they speak, is not very fluid and is not really. It doesn't really go with it as much. When you play games like The Witcher or something like that, when you notice that that the actual the voice how it moves with whatever pronunciation they say, is this
Hmm.
one's kind of I just say is not on the ball if you notice that.
Yes. No, and actually the way they move the arms when they're talking, it feels like
Yeah.
Barbie's speaking.
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right, dude.
Yes. And they did improve that a little bit on this game. Is much better than what it was before, but it is not. It doesn't compare to many other games that we see in this generation. But it's much better. It's much better than Human Revolution.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it actually is, dude. It definitely raises the bar on it, man. And the thing is, I love the oh man, it's just I could get into the actual I don't want to say philosophy, but like this game has the story that it's actually it happens today, like just people playing off fear, like having these augmented people, they're so different, and when they're different, when you don't understand it, you start fearing, and then terrorism and just how
Hmm.
everything is played in the background. You can actually feel that now in our times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, actually, I was just thinking about that just a few moments ago.
Yeah, dude. I mean, because right,
Um,
it's happening now. I mean, there's people who don't understand certain cultures, certain way that people do things. People
mhm.
fear that, and there's some people who actually take advantage of that, playing on other people's fears, giving them power, and it's a lot of stuff, a lot of conspiracy, and I kind of see how this story relates to now.
Hmm. And it is very it's a very risk the way that they approach um, to the subject matter of the game is very risky, especially
Right,
nowadays that people just complain and complain about like things like either like misogyny or racism and stuff like that.
right,
I'm actually kind of proud of Square, not Square Enix, but IDOS for tackling issues and they sticking to their guns. Because if you remember, just a few months back, just before the game was released, um, some people complain, like always, of course. They complain a lot. They complained about racism and stuff like that. Like Like the
Uh-huh.
developers were being racist, but they didn't tone down everything. They actually say things as they as say things as they are. They stuck to their guns, and I'm actually kind of proud of them for that, because it's not like, for example, it's not like they don't have like this complete like, I don't want to use a term because I don't want to piss off some members of our audience, but they don't come up with SJWs, for example, just saying everything is racist or whatnot,
Hmm.
and or like playing the angle like white people or like people in power are the bad people, whatever. Even though the police force here are assholes and I fucking hate them,
Oh yeah, and
but that
Mexico's a totally different story with the police force, dude. Trust me, I
ex-
had my few run-ins with them, and yeah, it's not a pretty thing, dude.
yeah, but actually, and actually the way they show it here is more like kind of like in the middle. Like you see these parts, and it's not like black and white. Like for example, the normal people, they are of course they're scared of the augmented people before, because of what happened on Human Revolution.
Uh-huh.
Um, and yes, they are being assholes towards this guy, but these guys also, they are not like that good. Like the augmented, even though they are being oppressed, quote unquote,
Right.
they are oppressed. They also have like, they are not really that good. They are not like that oppressed as people make them seem. And in the middle you have Jensen, who just wants to do the right thing and just wants to catch up the whoever is doing wrong.
Right.
So it's really cool. I really like the way they play that. Um, the way the story is unfolding. Um, I also I like that. I like also the fact that the game is more morally ambiguous, instead of being just you are bad or you are good or bad, whatever. Is You just are there just in the middle of a conflict.
Yeah, the thing is, there's no good or wrong choice. It's just you choose a different path. That's it. You don't get a
Exactly.
different ending or nothing. So that's pretty good. You don't feel like there's much of a consequence, but you're just taking a different path, which is another way to play this game. So, and we're talking about earlier, man. There's so many ways to tackle the main story. I mean, I talked about how I did it. I took a different path, and you took a totally different path, and I was like, wow, they sound like two separate games. So that's so cool, dude. I really love it. It might even have some, replay value because of that. So who knows?
Yes. Yes, indeed. Actually, yes. In fact, just a few hours ago when I was playing, I had to take a decision that just kind of like changed the complete angle of how I see the story,
Uh huh.
and that's really cool. Like,
Yeah.
yes, now I know that I need to play the game again to see the even though I know I'm not gonna do a complete different missions, whatever. At
Hmm.
least I'm gonna see a complete different angle on the story.
There you go. There you go. And plus, you unlock a different difficulty mode. Right now, I'm playing Give Me Dose. That's the hardest mode. The next one is I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know about playing permadeath. Is
That's a totally different level, isn't it? Permadeath, because I died a
Yeah.
few times already, and I died through environmental deaths, though, some pretty weak deaths. But yeah,
No, I die mostly for killing things or being
yeah,
killed.
so, yeah. Permadeath is something that I did not ask for. So yeah, they're right.
Yeah, but
Cool.
all in all, I'm liking the game. I'm liking it a lot. It does feel, it does feel more like the like Mankind Divided than the original. There are some things that are like the original game.
Hmm.
Some little things that feel like the first Deus Ex.
Right.
But um, it is mostly Human Revolution. So if you liked and if you like that game, I highly recommend this one. I highly recommend this one. If you didn't like Human Revolution, I don't think this game does much uh, to. It won't do much to change your mind. It does have a better combat, as I already said, but
Yeah, it does. It does. It
for
does.
example, it is still is like uh, it's the type of game that you want to play stealthily. It's a little bit more slower, more deliberate. You don't get like ammo up the wazoo, so you have to be
Yeah,
conservative
not
and all
that,
that.
dude. Like, my ammo runs out quick, so mixing it up with stealthy and combat is the way to go if you want to get more of a variety from the game.
Ex- exactly, and it's one of those games that you need to be willing to just roam around the place and investigation and all that, because the answer to the solution to puzzles and to the missions that you're completing is not obvious all the time. It's not
Right?
obvious, so you gotta think a lot. It's one of those games that you gotta think a lot, and you have to like exploration. So if if you liked pretty much if you liked Human Revolution, you like this game.
Yeah, you will. And right now, I am enjoying the hell out of it. And once again, that's why I'm so tired right now, dude. I've been just indulging off this game. So awesome, extremely awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm on the same boat. Actually, I hadn't had the time to play it as much as I would like, because life and work and all that.
Life, because we're adults. I
Exactly,
mean,
and it's
I
funny.
know,
I'm like that those memes where you work so you can buy games,
but you don't
but
have time to play.
you don't have time to play.
That's the story of my life, dude. But I mean, hey, I mean, at least we get a chance to play. So I mean, at least I get a chance to experience this game. So and plus, there's some other cool games that are coming out too. So
Ex- yeah, and I'm building up my library. So eventually, probably I'm gonna retire someday, and I'm gonna have the chance to play up to my heart's desire.
do you check the tin case, dude? Do you check it out, or you look at the screen? Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
Dude, I
That's
would love
pretty
that.
cool.
It really shines on that, dude. So that's pretty cool. Oh,
Uh,
and
uh, all right. I gotta say a story.
ah,
Um, you actually mentioned that? I think you mentioned it on the previous podcast, and I kind of mentioned it when I uploaded the first tower, the first mission, but later I realized you cannot hear me on the fuck because the freaking volume levels were all messed up. So
right.
apologies for that. I still didn't want to re-upload the thing, but anyways, um, the game was delayed because the company that ships the games from the U.S. for some reason, because the games are made here in Mexico,
You mean
but
the
for some
publisher?
reason they have to
Okay.
they have to go to the States and then come back to Mexico for some reason. Why? Don't know. Again, and
Yeah.
this is also common with Square Enix games, because it happened to the first game, it happened to Thief, it happened to I don't remember what other game, but also a Square Enix published game.
Yeah.
They always get delayed. So
That's weird.
I'm starting to get scared of Final Fantasy 15. Anyways, oh,
Well, I
never
mean,
mind.
you always get
Because
it digitally. That's how you got this one. So I mean, it's not really a total loss. So I
no,
mean,
but that's what I was gonna say. I didn't pre-order the game
uh-huh.
because I'm kind of making a point of not pre-ordering games unless it's like Final Fantasy 15 type of level.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was willing to buy the collector edition if I found it. So they delayed the game. They delayed the game, and when I went to the store to look it up, I went to
Right.
three different stores. They all told me the same, that the shipping got delayed, so it got delayed for about a week or so.
Yeah.
And of course, I was not gonna wait a week. I was like,
No,
no,
hell,
fuck this
hell
shit,
no. You've been waiting this game for almost
fuck
like
this
5 years,
shit.
man. Hell
Exactly. It's like,
no.
no, fuck this shit. I'm not gonna wait again. So,
You would have
because
went to all.
that happened to the first game, and if you remember, um, I had to hold up for a week because the game was also delayed, and I did pre-order that time.
And
I did
digital
pre-order.
wasn't a big thing back then, dude. When the Human Revolution came out, digital was not a big thing, if I remember
No,
correctly, right? This is talking about 2 years ago.
oh, what we're talking about PS3 games. I mean, I think it didn't even come digitally day one. It came
Yeah,
out
so
digitally later
well,
down the road.
you're screwed. You're screwed back then, man. You had to wait unless somebody sent it to you. But yeah, you had to wait. I remember that.
Exactly.
Even
So,
Dark Souls happened to Dark Souls too, man. When Dark Souls came out, because we're a big fan of Demon Souls. When Dark
mhm.
Souls came out, that was delayed too back then. So I mean, that was
Yeah,
crazy. Oh, yeah.
yeah, and yeah,
Bandai, right? Bandai.
and I did buy because I for personal reasons I don't do online banking.
Yeah.
Um, Personal reason being I would get poor because I will just not refrain myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, So I normally buy prepaid cards so I can buy games online and stuff. So I bought cards to play it on Xbox. Yes, I had made my mind already to play it on Xbox. Why? Because, as I said on my stream, I want to use it, so I
Okay,
don't care.
there you go, man.
I don't care
Yeah.
about the resolutions, whatever. So I got it on Xbox. I bought it digitally, but just when I was about to get enough percentage to be able to play it,
hmm
I the freaking lights went out, so I
By the
couldn't
way,
play it.
if any of you don't know, Cinque Day lives in Mexico, so it's a little bit different with internet connectivity and also power. So I mean, that's
Hmm.
if you don't know that. So
And also keep in mind that we are like in rainy season, and here rains are brutal. It's
yeah,
not
and I
like
and I lived in Mexico for 13 years, so I've pretty much experienced all the stuff out there. And when it rains, it pours. It pours all day. The streets turn into rivers. I mean, it's quite it's quite a feat, man. I mean, I love the rain, man. I really love it. It's a gorgeous thing. But over there, I mean, it could get dangerous. People have been swept
yes.
through cars. People have perished because of it, man. It's very crazy. So I mean, it's quite a thing.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
just recently happened. Just recently, a girl was killed on her car. It
yeah,
was
man.
dragged away by the current.
It's crazy. But yeah, weather conditions over there, they really get gnarly. So I mean, it's something to say.
Yes. So yeah, so I didn't have the chance to play it. I did buy Pokemon X the
Oh,
same day,
cool.
so that's
I
what I
told
was
my
playing.
wife, dude, she got excited. She's like, "Oh, she remember playing that."
Yeah, and then that's what I played that day. I didn't play those. I played next day. That was when I uploaded my video.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool,
so
cool.
that's my little sad funny story.
Damn, dude. Well, at least you're playing it now and you're having a good time, so that's all that counts.
Yeah, exactly.
And now that you're talking about Final Fantasy 15, well, hell, there's some news. I mean, if you've actually been listening on the outcome of the game, first of all, we said that the game was delayed, obviously, so we have to wait for that. That's like
Yeah.
the first thing that happened. Now, this next part of news, I mean, I don't know if you want to take it lightly or not. It just depends.
Hmm.
But I mean, they're saying that first of all, hold on, let me see if I can pull this up. Uh,
You got like your screen shows like an infinite amount of screens. Oh, there you
it's like Inception type of thing, right?
go. Yeah,
That's pretty cool. You can see it right there.
screenception.
Inception. So they're saying that this Final Fantasy is going to be the first half is going to be open world. The second half is going to be linear. I mean,
Hmm.
and people have been asking what they mean by linear, and they actually responded to that, and they're saying that because towards the end of the game, it's when everything comes together, whatever
Hmm.
that means. I mean,
Yeah, when the story tightens.
yeah,
Oh,
when the story tightens. So I mean, a lot of people are afraid of that because Final Fantasy has always been open world. Fantasy more than
mm,
anything. Thousands of
I
hours putting into it, but I mean, it's just I think you just need to play to see what they're talking about. I mean, there shouldn't be much worrying about this, right? I'm guessing.
no, actually, this is a non-story. Just again, the gaming community just crying aloud for things that
hmm
are not cry worthy. Just making news of things that are not newsworthy. But okay, first, um, actually Tabata, what he meant, he said like the game will be more linear because the story will tighten. So yes, you cannot do um, a Final Fantasy narrative on a complete open world. It's just not like you need to focus at a point. You need to focus on the story because you need to develop that and resolve it. And also, I actually disagree to the fact that Final Fantasies are open world. They are not. They are like you can explore the map, but they are not open world. You cannot just go whatever and do whatever mission you want. You actually have to follow like a narrative structure. You can roam and you can just wander around the place, but the game doesn't allow open world even just by like the regular definition. Because if you, for example, if you go to an area where you're not prepared, you just get murdered and you cannot advance anymore.
Right, right.
So I personally don't never I have never thought of a Final Fantasy being open world. So to me, it only sounds that he's saying that the game will be like any other Final Fantasy. The only difference is that at the very beginning you will have like open world sections as such, where you can just wander around and have like more side missions, and you can dilly dally around the place playing mini games and stuff. But most likely, what they want to avoid is because the game does seem to have a more darker story. I haven't seen Kingslave, but what I've heard, even though the movie's action packed and all that, it is darker, and it has a more mature theme. Uh, I think what they don't want to they don't want to like lose the focus of the story, and at the end just right before the last battle, when you're like playing for the destiny of your empire or your city or family or whatnot, or your friends, just getting uh, distracted by go and race chocobos or some stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that I think that's what they meant by that. I think that what they meant is by the end, it's not like you will not be able to roam and just do other stuff, but the narrative will focus you or funnel you into a more um, linear path, narratively speaking. I don't think it will be Final Fantasy 13. And also, this is another point. And actually, I had a debate with someone online the other day. Not a debate, just a small conversation. Let's say it like that. Um, about that, and is that Final Fantasy 13 is not bad because it was linear and then open. It's bad because it's a bad game. Period. If the game was the way it was structured, but it was more interesting in other ways,
Right.
um, I'll be happy with it. But the game was boring. Was a boring game. It was a shitty game. So
13.
it's exactly 13.
13 was a totally different animal, man. I mean, it was. It came when it came on the PS3. I mean, it looked gorgeous, but just
Hmm.
the mechanics of it, I did not grab onto. I mean, it was a different game. I did not enjoy it as well. I did not like it. So I
Yeah,
mean, it's just
it
yeah.
was it was just eye candy. It was just eye candy. That's what it was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but yes, I think again, just people are just making a big deal out of something that is not. It's not. It's a non-story, a non-controversy. Honestly, there is no. It's not not worthy. But here we have the gaming community just complain about things like well, like they like to do all the time.
Yeah.
Like
So I mean,
we like to do all the time. I'm part of the gaming
yeah, we
community,
like
like it or
to.
not.
We're just so passionate about gaming. We just got to get our voices heard. But I mean, this does not worry me. I mean, the first half is open world, second
Hmm.
half is linear. It does not worry me as long as it doesn't affect gameplay, story wise, or anything. I'm just happy this game came out because this game
Hmm.
was in the verge of being vaporware. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm just glad this
Exactly.
game came out. So on
E-
that
e-
note, I mean, I can't wait till it comes out. So that's it.
Exactly. No, and also gotta also you got people got to understand that meaning half and half doesn't mean like like 20 hours of the game will be open world, 20 hours will be linear. No, they mean like the narrative structure. It'll be like a point where where the story will change and the game will be more the pace of story will just go faster.
Yeah.
So it could be probably you could play like 60 hours of open world and just 5 hours of a story, and or just like more linear gameplay, whatever, or have like uh, I don't know, like you go to this place where you cannot leave anymore, like Midgard type of situation, but
Mhm.
on reverse. Because you
Yeah.
remember like how you start on Midgard, you cannot pretty much go anywhere, but then you.
Midgar was huge, man. Midgar was a disc long, wasn't it? I mean, you had to change the disc to do the open world, right?
Exactly. So it could be a situation like that.
Yeah,
So yeah, again, like just people are just being afraid of things that they shouldn't be afraid of.
yeah, I know.
One other thing is uh, Final Fantasy 12 is pretty much open world. It's a structure like an MMO, and people didn't like it. So
Yeah,
and just people started appreciating more like as of recently.
Yeah.
Then back in the day when it came out, so many people even call it horrible and the worst Final Fantasy ever.
Hey,
Now,
man. 12, dude. 12 is pretty badass, man.
it is actually one of my favorite Final
Yeah,
Fantasies.
dude. I mean, it's a good game. I really loved it. I played the hell out of that.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, just I don't know, just make up your freaking mind. That's all I'm saying.
All I know is that whatever comes out, I'm down to play it, and I know I'm going to enjoy it. So, all in all,
Yeah.
it's all about your personal experiences. So, I mean, go check it out.
To me, the game has been ringing all the right bells.
Yeah, it
Uh,
has. It has.
the characters they look really cool. The story does look that is going to there is going places.
Uh-huh.
Graphically, it is just gorgeous.
Mhm.
I love the combat system. Some people don't like the combat system for some reason. They
You
want
get used to it. It's different. You get used to it.
yeah, exactly. And you can
More like
actually
Crisis Core, man. Isn't like doesn't it give you like a Crisis Core type of feel?
exactly. Yeah, it is actually based on more on Crisis Core, and 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 also they even offer you the option to play a turn base, so you can
Yeah.
actually play bot styles if you don't get like the most
Mm.
the open world. You
Yeah.
can play just turn based. So and the music so far like what I've heard is freaking amazing. So
Yeah, dude.
um,
So they are hitting the right notes, man. You're right about that. And also,
exactly.
if you haven't played Crisis Core, it came out on the PSP, and you cannot buy it digitally. You cannot buy it anywhere else, only on the PSP. I don't know why. I mean, if it came out for the PS Vita, I would be on top of that. Crisis Core was a very, very fun game, dude. I even
Hmm.
cried at the end. I mean, no spoilers
Oh
of it.
yeah.
It's been out for a while, but Crisis Core was a prequel to the actual Final Fantasy VII. You see how Cloud becomes Cloud, and
Hmm.
it's because of Zach what?
Sack.
I
Sack.
want to say Luck or so. I don't know. I want to say Lucky or
No,
Luck for some reason. Was it Zach what?
no, I don't remember, dude. Sorry.
It's Zach. He has that last name that like it's like Luck or
No, it's
I
not
can't
luck. It's
remember.
different.
Yeah, what is it, dude? I actually want to look it up now, man. Hold on a second. I really,
I,
cause it's that special last name that you like. I can't remember. I forgot it.
I,
Hold on.
I don't know what I have the feeling they'll be releasing it probably like one of those remaster versions for PS4 once the when just right before the remake comes out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got the feeling they'll be releasing it along with a remake.
Zach
So let's
Fair.
hope. Yeah,
Zach
Sack Fair.
Fair.
Yeah,
Why
there
did
you
I
go,
say
Sack Fair.
Luck? Probably because Luck is fair. I don't know. Zach Fair.
Um,
I don't know why in the hell. Yeah, and Zach looks like a cloud stripe with black hair, pretty much. I mean, but I
hmm.
can see why he has identity crisis. But other than that, yeah, that's it. So yeah, awesome game. That's one of my memorable PSP games. Was definitely Final Fantasy Crisis Core.
I think it's the the best PSP game.
Oh man, by far, it's so freaking awesome. If they come out
Hmm.
with it, I'm definitely going to pre-order it or just be on the ball with it. Definitely. So
Yeah, and the combat system does feel like it does actually, and this is another funny thing. It is pretty much like a more like a ramped up version of Kingdom Heart, but nobody complains about Kingdom Heart
oh
being
yeah, you need to.
being real time, but they
Uh-huh.
complain about this game not being a turn based. I love turn based games. Don't get me wrong. Right now I'm juggling my gaming in between uh, 4, 5 JRPGs turn based. So I love
Right.
turn based games, but again like that's I like the new combat system. I'll be playing it real time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So I mean, I'll be playing it real time too. So on that note, I have some adult responsibilities to take care of. It's
Hmm.
Sunday, so you can really air on Sunday, so I got to do some other things.
So
But
it'll be a fun day.
Sunday fun day, man. It's a lazy day, but I got stuff to do. But so you want to end this on a note? Any note?
Let's see. Uh, During the week, I'm going to post a review of Final Fantasy.
So what? Final Fantasy? Did we just lose Shikide?
That's what I have to say.
But you know what, dude? I didn't hear anything. It just blacked out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, it
Oh
just blacked
man.
out. Say it again. Sorry about that. All I heard is you want to review Final Fantasy, and that's it. You cut out for like a good 5 seconds.
Oh no, I said that I'm gonna be posting a review of Kingdom Fighters 14 on the
Kingdom Fighters.
next,
That's the Final Fantasy.
yeah,
Okay,
in the
go ahead.
next week.
All right, say it again. Say the whole thing again. Sorry.
Um, I'm gonna be uploading the review of Kingdom Fighters 14 on the next during the week,
Awesome. Okay.
and
Good.
the
Good.
review of Deus Ex is as such is gonna take still a couple of weeks because I still
Okay.
need to finish it.
Cool. Sounds good, man. We'll be looking forward to that then. All right. And meanwhile, I'll be posting probably some either some game footage or some collectibles by this week too. So just yeah, keep a lookout for that too.
All right,
All right.
okay. So happy shopping, dude.
Yeah. Happy shopping. Happy Sunday, and game on. Peace out.
Peace out. Bye.